siling liwanag.
I watched a documentary video entitled, How Israeli Apartheid Destroyed My Hometown, and this is by a US-Palestinian journalist wherein she visited Hebron in the West Bank, to show how Israeli occupation is working in this place she called, Ground Zero of Israeli Apartheid. Though it's a one-sided form of exposition, but the thing is, there is observable amount of it to really be convinced, like checkpoints everywhere, which is understandable due to the threat of terrorism, uprising and attacks, because there too is prominent and pervading Palestinian hate on Israel. So checkpoints are understandable, but there are other aspects to it in terms of privileges. For example, store stalls of Palestinians are closed while Israelis are not. There are certain places and streets where Palestinians are not allowed to walk or be present. It's a matter of restricting privileges for Palestinians. This sort of management is apartheid in the observable sense, as there is a sort of second-class citizenship in Hebron, so I cannot deny that. The thing is apartheid bad for God if he in the first place has caused it? Or cannot we look back in history if there was nothing reminiscent of it in Israeli past, like in the time of Moses? Note that when Israel settled in Canaan, the promised land, it was yet occupied by certain community of people, yet Israel expelled them by God's order, and in the progression of time, God helped them as slowly, God and Israel expelled them. Let us read. Numbers 33 verse 51 to 55. 51. Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, when ye are passed over Jordan into the land of Canaan. 52. Then ye shall drive out all the inhabitants of the land from before you, and destroy all their pictures, and destroy all their molten images, and quite pluck down all their high places. 53. And ye shall dispossess the inhabitants of the land, and dwell therein, for I have given you the land to possess it. 54. And ye shall divide the land by lot for an inheritance among your families, and to the more ye shall give the more inheritance, and to the fewer ye shall give the less inheritance. Every man's inheritance shall be in the place where his lot fall, according to the tribes of your fathers ye shall inherit. 55. But if ye will not drive out the inhabitants of the land from before you, then it shall come to pass, that those which ye let remain of them shall be pricks in your eyes, and thorns in your sides, and shall vex you in the land wherein ye dwell. Unquote. We can see that before Israel settled in Canaan they need to do ethnic cleansing on its inhabitants. But it was not easy, it need years for it to progress, and that with the help of God. Let us read. Exodus 23 verses 28 to 30. 28. And I will send hornets before thee, which shall drive out the Hivite, the Canaanite, and the Hittite, from before thee. 29. I will not drive them out from before thee in 1 year, lest the land become desolate, and the beasts of the field multiply against thee. 30. But by little and little I will drive them out from before thee, until thou be increased, and inherit the land. Unquote. God helped Israel expel the inhabitants of Canaan through hornets or beasts, little by little. So is that not an apartheid kind of transition? It's apartheid, because the Canaanite and others were treated with harshness, with hornets or beasts provoking their every lives until they leave. The privilege to live a normal life had been affected, and with less privilege than Israel, then it was apartheid. God participated in the expulsion of the Canaanite in a way by making life hard for them little by little through hornets, so it was apartheid, which is the less privilege these Canaanites had in comparison to how God treated Israel. I don't know, but it sounds apartheid. Or if not, imagine the hardness of life they need to live through with the provocation of hornets, right? Now, let us go back to the present situation in the West Bank. There's apartheid. But isn't this just a replay on what had happened in Canaan, wherein they need to expel the inhabitants of it through ethnic cleansing and hornets. For being people of God, then Israel has the favor of God that in such circumstances like apartheid then it's justified because they are people of God, given the right to possess the Holy Land, and in such case as apartheid then it could just be reminiscent or replicate how God did favor them on the conquest of Canaan during the Mosaic period. In the past it was progressive through hornets or beasts. In this present time, it is through the Israeli soldier. So why cannot that be? Yes, so why cannot that be if Israel have the favor of God, right? He called the Zionist Jews in Amos 9 verses 14 to 15, my people of Israel, so clearly, they have the favor of God. So if there is really apartheid, why isn't that a divine permission seeing Israel has the favor of God? Thank you.